The Labours of Hercules, public domain reading from Stories of Old Greece and Rome, circa 1913. Hercules was next sent to kill the flock of fierce birds, whose cruel beaks and sharp talons made havoc in the country around Lake Stymphalos. The foul mist that rose from the stagnant water over which the birds hovered was so deadly to breathe that Hercules could hardly approach the lake. But with the help of his poisoned arrows, he was able to wound the birds at a distance. After hours spent in this pestilent atmosphere, he killed the entire flock and returned to the court of Eurystheus to report his success. The most unpleasant of all of Hercules' labors was the cleaning of the stables where Augeas, king of Elis, kept his herd of 1,000 oxen. These stables had not been cleaned for 30 years, and when Hercules caught one glimpse of the filth within them, he felt that this was too degrading a task for him to undertake. Yet the work had to be done, and since he could not put his hand to anything so foul, he looked for some other means to accomplish the labor. Not far from the stables flowed two rivers, the Peneus and the Alpheus, and these Hercules turned out of their course and made them rush through the filthy building until every part of the stables of Augeas was washed perfectly clean. And then he restored the rivers to their former beds and returned home to report his task fulfilled. The next labor that was assigned to the hero was the capture of a mad bull given by Neptune to King Minos. In the early days of his power, Minos had boasted that he could obtain anything that he wished from the gods, and had accordingly begged of Neptune a bull for the sacrifices. The kindly sea god sent a splendid offering, but when Minos saw the bull's immense size and beauty, he resolved to keep it, and so he substituted another animal for the sacrifices. This greatly angered Neptune, so much that he made the bull go mad, and it rushed here and there over the island and causing great terror among the people. The creature was finally caught and overcome by Hercules, who rode it through the waves to Greece. The offspring of this bull was the famous Minotaur, which gave the hero Theseus much hardship, and which the hero Theseus pursued through its maze-like labyrinth and finally slew. The eighth labor of Hercules was to bring from Thrace the horses of Diomedes. These splendid creatures the king fed human flesh, and in order to get a sufficient supply of fresh meat, he decreed that all strangers who came into his kingdom should be imprisoned, fattened up, and then served as food to the horses. To punish Diomedes for these acts of cruelties, Hercules fed him to his own steeds, and then led the horses back to Eurystheus, who was proud to be the possessors of such a grand prize.